Hi, this is Cheryl Newhouse, and welcome to my dyeing/dining room table. Today we're going to be looking at my Baa Baa Huey fiber, which is the BFL fiber blue face Leicester, and that comes in two different shades. We have the natural black, which is really more in the gray shades with a slight brown undertone, but it makes for a nice dark face. Then we have the ecru, which is wonderful for dyeing. You get this great saturated color on dyeing this. And then the type of BFL fiber that those of you in the Gradient Fiber Club are going to be spinning is the 75% of the ecru blended with 25% of the natural black, giving it a nice little streak. Now, when I first found this fiber, I was looking at another project, and that fell through, but it still had some interest in it, so I wanted to really try this. I was a little scared off because of this actual micron count. The thickness of the fiber is a 25, which to me that's up in the higher end, and I kind of held off on ever wanting to spin it, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try. The write-up said it's softer than it appears. Well, the write-up was true. This stuff is coarse, but yet it's really very soft and fluffy. I mean, you don't feel a harshness to it, which I was really quite pleasantly surprised. So when we get to dyeing this, or I get to dyeing this, we're looking at the gradient dyeing. I start out very dark, and you can just barely see the dark streaks of the black in there. Now we're going to move into some bright sunshine so you can see the difference here. But as we move along, you can see that the dark streaks become more prominent and the blue starts to fade out a little more until you start hitting lots of white. Now this is a little bright sunshine in there, but you can start to see we're fading out of the blue, and finally there's just one little streak of blue up the center. Now the streak of the blue up the center is done intentionally. When I spin this, I start with the light in because it's a little harder for me to start with the dark and try to blend it to light. So if I start with white and just keep adding, it works best for me. But feel free to do either direction there. But I start here, and if you spin across the top, being sure to cross over as you're spinning so that you pick up the little bits of black, a little bit of blue, a little bit of white, everything there, so it keeps blending, and pretty soon you're into solid blue, but still keep spinning across the top so that you pick up those darker. My whole idea with the dyeing is that I'm not looking for one solid continuous color, but I'm looking to have a continual color change and yet not be striped. So now, go ahead, go attack your fiber, start spinning, and before you know it, I'll have my next video up with spinning tips on how to spin across the top in case you haven't done that before. And if you have any questions or want to see something, just let me know. I'm happy to try to get a picture of it and help you out. Take care. Spin happy.